10,000 years before the orcs and humans clashed in their first war. The world of Azeroth cradled only one massive continent, surrounded by the sea. That landmass, known as Kaldorei, was known to a number of disparate races and creatures, all vying for survival amongst the savage elements of the waking world. At the dark continent's center was a mysterious lake of incandescent energies. The lake, which would be later called the Well of Eternity, was the true heart of the world's magic and natural power. Drawing its energies from the infinite great dark beyond the world, the well acted as a mystical fount, sending its potent energies out across the world to nourish life in all its wondrous forms. In time, a primitive tribe of nocturnal humanoids cautiously made their way to the edges of the mesmerizing enchanted lake. The feral, nomadic humanoids, drawn by the well's strange energies, built crude homes upon its tranquil shores. Over time, the well's cosmic power affected the tribe, making them strong, wise, and virtually immortal. The tribe adopted the name Kaldorei, which meant children of the stars in their native tongue. To celebrate their budding society, they constructed great structures and temples around the lake's periphery. The Kaldorei, or Night Elves as they would later be known, worshipped the moon goddess Elune, and believed that she slept within the well's shimmering depths during the daylight hours. The early Night Elf priests and seers studied the well with an insatiable curiosity, driven to plumb its untold secrets and power. As their society grew, the Night Elves explored the breadth of Kaldorei and encountered its other denizens. The only creature that gave them pause was the ancient and powerful dragons. The great serpentine beasts were often reclusive, but they did much to safeguard the known lands from potential threats. The Night Elves discovered that the dragons held themselves to be the protectors of the world, and agreed that they and their secrets were best left alone. In time, the Night Elves' curiosity led them to meet and befriend a number of powerful entities, not the least of which was Tanaris, a mighty demigod of the primordial forestlands. The great-hearted Tanaris grew fond of the inquisitive Night Elves, and spent a great deal of time teaching them about the natural world. The tranquil Kaldorei developed a strong empathy for the living forests of Kaldorei, and reveled in the harmonious balance of nature. As the seemingly endless ages passed, the Night Elves' civilization expanded both territorial and culturally. Their temples, roads, and dwelling places stretch across the breadth of the Dark Continent. Azeroth, the Night Elves' beautiful and gifted queen, built an immense, wondrous palace on the well's shore that housed her favorite servitors within its bejeweled halls. Her servitors, whom she called the Kaldorei, or Highborn, doted on her every command and believed themselves to be greater than the rest of their brethren. Though Queen Azeroth was loved equally by all of her people, the Highborn were secretly envied and disliked by the rest of the Night Elves. Sharing the priest's curiosity towards the Well of Eternity, Azeroth ordered the Highborn to plumb its secrets and reveal its true purpose in the world. The Highborn buried themselves in their work and studied the well ceaselessly. In time, they developed the ability to manipulate and control the well's cosmic energies. As their experiments progressed, the Highborn found they could use their newfound powers to either create or destroy at their leisure. The heedless Highborn had stumbled upon primitive magic and were now resolved to devote themselves to its mastery. Although they agreed that magic was inherently dangerous if handled irresponsibly, Azeroth and her Highborn began to practice their spellcraft with reckless abandon. Tanaris and many wizened Night Elf scholars warned that only calamity would result from toying with the clearly volatile arts of magic. Even so, Azeroth and her followers stubbornly continued to expand their burgeoning powers. As their powers grew, a distinct change came over Azeroth and the Highborn. The haughty, aloof upper class became increasingly callous and cruel towards their fellow Night Elves. A dark, brooding pall veiled Azeroth's once entrancing beauty. She began to withdraw from her loving subjects and refused to interact with any but her trusted Highborn priests. A young scholar named Malfurion Stormrage who had spent much of his time studying the primitive arts of Druidism, began to suspect that a terrible power was corrupting the Highborn and his beloved queen. Though he could not conceive of the evil that was to come, he knew that the Night Elves' lives would soon be changed forever.